We are in the city of Laffy Taffy, wherever you guys are at.
Cool.
We're
Uh,
on the coast.
you just landed on the coast. I think Sprocket is in the ocean right now.
I
Yes,
saw that. Yeah, that's not good.
Sprocket is now no longer in the ocean.
Oh, yay.
Sprocket is somehow on your shoulder. Sprocket, no.
Sprocket got big.
There we go. Everybody has their proper amounts of hit points. Yes? Question mark.
Yes.
I do.
I'm
Yep.
down to 16 for some reason. I have the good max, but.
That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I forgot to link Cimaris to Estrella to Estrella. It's one of those I did it and then I didn't did it. So now I gotta did it again. Ujo sprang thumbs.
Hmm I have evolved like a Pokemon.
Just like a Pokemon and like
Getting
a
a
big
weird
old
echo.
flash
Is
of
anybody
light.
else getting an echo?
Yeah, I think whoever it is figured it out.
Okay.
So?
I'm adjusting the bars because for some reason, when I said I did it to everybody, it turns out I didn't actually do it for Mani and Estrella. So I gotta fix that. That's on me. Anyway, you just landed in town about 5 minutes ago. Got off the dock, made it through the checkpoint. You're all mostly alive.
Mostly, yeah.
Do you have enough hit points?
You've got the game fair.
Yes.
The
Okay.
game members.
Haha, we have our chats working. All right, sweet. And everybody's here. Double sweet.
Yay.
You arrived in town, and there are some happenings going on. Let me tell you about these happenings because
Ready?
you know happenings. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. I have 12 pages of happenings here. As you are getting off the boat, make it through customs, somebody is shouting out in the dock asking for volunteers. Come, come! It's like a cat, one of cat people. Come, come! Who wants to volunteer for this experiment? Anybody?
Well, I mean, Estrella can't understand this person, so she will just look inquisitively at the person yelling.
Yeah, they are speaking one of the cat languages. So if you have cat, you're good.
So, no, we're like,
Yeah.
okay.
Ujo, I don't think speaks cat, so Ujo's just like perking up his ears, wondering what the hell's going on.
I'm just looking in that general direction.
Did anybody
Annoyed.
get cat?
Wait, do
That
I
is
know
one of the
cat?
few ones I don't speak.
Do I even know cat?
I might have given you cat, Mason, when I rebuilt you.
I swear, everybody as a common language should know cat.
You speak cat. You speak bird, cat, and wolf. The three common ones. Alright, so Mason, you are actually the only one who understands.
That's funny.
So guess what, Mason?
So, I turn back to them and basically TLDR it.
Alright.
This guy wants us, a volunteer, I should say, for an experiment of some sort.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, you're perfectly free to ignore this crazy person.
I'm not selling my liver on the black market, thank you.
Yeah. Not for me. I've actually got to head south into town myself, just for personal reasons. Anybody's welcome to join or not as they please.
Could Estrella roll for perception to
Yes.
see if she notices
Yeah, to see kind of
what
what's
he
going
wants?
on.
Oh yeah, no, I do not know. Got it.
I mean, he looks like he's standing on the dock, and there's like a mechanical whale on the dock right below him. Blink.
Monty will
Now he's got
look
my
down
attention.
at Flit.
And I look up at Monty.
I'll follow you wherever. I don't really
I
have
sh-
anything to do here.
I shrug and walk over to the guy.
Oh, there he goes.
But I approach very cautiously.
All right.
Ah, not salamander.
Well, he's about the only one that seems to know what's going on with the fella, so I'll watch from afar.
Might,
Yeah, I'll just watch as well.
might be the smartest thing to do.
Yeah.
I do kind of want to look over the whale, though, the little mechanical whale.
Give me a perception. Or, yeah, perception. You're not close enough for an investigation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. You are somewhat more familiar with this. There. That's what you see.
Okay. Yeah, no, definitely not interested then.
She's like, nope, 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 nope.
Nah.
Mason appears to be talking to the guy. The guy is kind of excited. And then Flit, you were going to run to the Southie lands?
Yeah, the Hearts Village
Yes.
area of town,
So,
according to my notes.
yeah. Let me see if I changed that in the last 10 minutes. I might not have. You may have actually gotten, like, the one thing that I didn't adjust. Nice. But also not fair. You've walked out of my evil plans.
Haha.
Alright, fine.
That's about all I'm good for.
Right. Mason's still talking to the guy. Alright, as you head toward Hart's Village, you notice that people are being, like, kind of standoffish, like giving you guys a wide berth. Everybody's,
Okay.
like, eyeing you suspiciously.
Okay.
I'll shrug, assuming it's because of me.
Probably not, because there are a fair amount of other wolves here.
Yeah. I'll just adjust my coat, maybe let Sprocket crawl back into my backpack,
Yeah,
out of sight.
kind of like peeking up through your backpack, like right under the flap.
Yeah, just
I pantomimed
me
that,
quiet.
not realizing that nobody can see me.
I tell you, man, cams. Anyway, but yeah, so yeah, I make sure he stays out of sight and
Okay.
try to be a little more inconspicuous.
Right. So, like, things like Sprocket aren't exactly weird.
Gosh,
Whisper.
wow.
It's whisper command. That makes sense.
All right. So you.
Well, something's grabbing attention.
Yeah.
You all leave Mason behind. And then let's move you guys over here. You're basically at a little bridge crossing. Because you got to cross the river somehow.
Okay.
Yeah. Estrella would definitely be with Mommy.
All right, everybody's
Yep.
here. Bloop bloop.
Whoop.
There is a guard blocking the bridge. Kind of a large wolf. Tall.
Oh, how much?
1 gold. Each.
Does he look like he's wearing a uniform and is he official?
Not even close.
Hmm.
Oh,
He looks like just some sort of... He actually looks like a sailor.
Hmm.
He also smells of alcohol.
All right, Monty will step up under whose order is there at all?
He looks you up and down and straightens himself up. And...
Yeah, that's right. I'm tall too.
Right, you're actually probably about a couple inches higher than him. He's not nearly as tall as he wishes he was. Damn it. There we go.
You said he's slightly drunk, right?
Yeah, definitely drunk.
How far is
Yeah.
Monty is actually like face to face with him, right?
He goes to Mani under my authority and then starts to kind of loosen his mace up a little bit.
oh, he's actually gonna try it, drunk and everything. All right.
Yep, he's very drunk, but he looks like he knows what he's doing.
Okay.
All right.
What are you going to say, Mason? Mason? What are you going to say if you're going to persuade him?
About had a brain fart.
Forgive me 1 second. I'll be right back.
All right.
So basically, I see that there's about to be a little bit of a fight that's about to go on, correct?
Yeah, this guy doesn't appear to be willing to back down.
Okay, so
And he looks like
what-
pretty tough, possibly higher level than you are.
right. What I do is smoothly go in between him and Monty and put my hands up on both to where like on either side, basically holding them back. And I'm like, please, 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 gentlemen, there's no need to fight. Surely we can come to an arrangement.
He goes, I already have an arrangement. 1 gold each.
Why is it 1 gold each?
Because I said so. This is my bridge now.
And who do I have the pleasure of speaking to?
My name is Talrig.
Talric?
Talrig.
Oh, Talrig.
He's
That's
eyeing...
messing me up because one of my old usernames was Talrek.
Right. That's what just came. I was like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna steal your name because it's easy. All right, so Tauri. So he's eyeing you down, but it looks like he's not necessarily more hostile. Like you can still attempt to persuade him or attempt to do something else.
Can't we try and bribe him with liquor or something?
I was literally thinking about that.
He'll probably take a bribe.
Mm.
Roll insight, Ujo
Insight for me?
or Ujo.
Okay. I'll let Ujo do it.
All right.
Bark bark.
Pull up my thing. Mark. Insight. Dude. For it.
Yep, it's in the right near where your attributes are. There's a big box. It's one of the ones with a check. Where it's acrobatics, animal handling, arcana.
How big is this bridge? Like wide?
Yeah, it's like pretty wide. He's kind of standing in the middle. It's like a 2-lane bridge. If you wanted
Okay.
to, you could probably bolt past him.
How
Yeah,
big is
Okay.
Ujo, you're pretty sure that he'll take a bribe. He just wants something.
But I'm saying like gold
Yeah, gold,
wouldn't really matter.
So we can basically give him like a
Mediated.
copper piece and he go for it.
maybe. He is trying to indirectly mug you.
Mm-hmm. How large is he?
Slightly smaller than Mani.
I really don't want to cause a fight. I really don't.
How big is Monty?
Like 6'10".
Mm-hmm.
No, I actually think he's like 7 foot something.
Okay. I has an idea.
Yeah,
Yes.
7 foot.
Yeah.
I'm really not wanting to cause an altercation in the middle of town. Well,
So Estrella's going to hide behind Monty's form.
Okay.
And she is going to have Cimarus summon forth a small chest, which appears to have gold in it.
That could work. Yeah. A small goldy chest. All right, he is going to make. Have Cimarus. No, he's going to make. Let's see if he falls for it. He's at disadvantage because he's drunk. Oh yeah, yeah.
Woo!
He'll take it.
Cool beans.
I was like, I see that you
Okay.
have come to your senses. All right, go ahead and pass.
Woo.
Thank you very much.
Guy's not going to be
And
happy in a minute.
Monty
So
just
let's hurry and,
grunts,
Ujo did
loosing
that one,
his
correct?
grip on his weapon.
Yeah, he seems relatively
Yeah.
non-hostile at this point. All right, you cross the bridge relatively successfully.
Sweet.
On the
Bye, towel rag.
he's like, oh hey, I was just having fun laughing. Who just vanished? All right. Stray
Estrella?
just vanished. All right, that's fine. And okay.
Yeah, my thing's a POS. If I accidentally hit a button on my controller, it sends me back.
Mani, you notice a surfboard kind of lying on the beach, or like just washing up as you cross the bridge. Seems slightly far inland, but
Okay, can Monty look around real quick to see if that came from someone?
yeah, perception. It doesn't look like anybody's around, and it looks like it's kind of. You thought it was just a black surfboard, but it appears to be covered in like a thick layer of oil, like crude oil. As it's kind of sitting on the beach, you can see that it's just like leaving black stains.
Monty will turn the party for a second. Anyone want a surfboard?
I have no use for one.
Not particularly. Not particularly.
I try to keep from drooling as I say, no, I don't need
I don't
one.
need a surfboard.
All right, suit yourselves. Monty will grab it and hold on to it himself.
All right, Mani, make a con save.
Yay!
You're fine. You touch it and it feels like really, just really, really icky. Not quite like caustic burning, but it's definitely not something you want to touch with your bare hands.
Can I cautiously
okay.
sniff at it?
Yeah, give me an investigation or alchemist tools.
I wouldn't know.
So, I don't think I'm actually carrying alchemist tools today, or at
Actually,
all. So investigation it is.
was it-
That's one of the few ones I don't. That's one of the few ones I don't have, actually. But that's fine.
So you start like poking at it a little bit, being really cautious. Stick your thumb on it. Uh, it tastes like slightly acidic.
Mhm.
It's almost like it's trying to acidize you.
Yeah.
Make a nature check.
Okay.
Is this a black ooze?
It very well could be a black ooze, yeah.
I mean, this is above board. I
Yeah, yeah,
wouldn't
yeah.
know what that.
But her nature is like, yeah, that could be either a black ooze or somebody who got eaten by a black ooze off of their seaboard.
Either
And
way,
it's
there's
just
black
one
oozes
color?
around.
Yeah.
Um, when we get where we're going, Monty, I'm heading to the Tinker's Guild. We could probably find an alchemist to clean that off for you
Meanwhile, you
All
can
as
maybe
right.
well.
hold it with thick
Works for
gloves.
me.
Yeah.
Um,
Just I can't clean it off myself. It's not my specialty, but
right.
we'll find somebody.
And your little hoverboard takes like an hour to cast, so.
Yeah.
All right. You do end up making it to Heart's Village without um, too much more trouble. It lightens up around here, like the buildings start to sparse out. This looks like a relatively upscale suburban area, but it also seems like weirdly empty. The streets have been pretty empty since you got here. You haven't really seen too many people, and the people who are out are moving pretty quickly, like getting to where
Okay.
they need to go.
Stop if there's any random passerbys at all. I will get directions to the guild hall specifically.
Okay, there's like one of those little town map type
Oh,
things.
yeah, that works too.
Yeah, so you don't really
Yeah.
have too much trouble finding out where it is, like a little
Okay.
post board. This does seem to be like the adventurers' quarter.
Mm.
There are a lot of things here that I should have had up and be reading. Hearts Farthing, Hearts Village. There we go. Looks like the guild hall was a converted in-house, and then there is a inn called the Drunken Knave. And you see a couple of people wandering around. 3 cats and a dog just kind of on your way to the guild hall. They look like they're going somewhere, but somewhat less rapidly than everybody else who's been in the city. These ones seem to be taking their time. One of them looks kind of like a noble. The other looks like could be some sort of wizard, and then the other 2 look kind of like fighters. They're actually traveling together.
So, Flit, tell me, what are you trying to find here?
Mm. Oh, I have a missive from my home Tinker's Guild to this one here in Laui. I just need to deliver it and check in on this guild.
All right, you make it to the guild. Nobody really tries to stop you.
Yeah.
Big ass guild door. You give it
Gently
kind
tap
of
on it.
give it kind of
Good
the
knock on it.
guild knock. And after a few minutes, somebody comes and lets you in. Looks like a fairly large Avon who's there.
Mm.
And he just kind of opens the door.
Okay.
Says, "May I help you?"
I introduce myself, hand off my letter of introduction from the guild
Ah,
at home in North Warren, and
all the way from North
state my
Warren, then.
business.
All right. He looks pretty impressed. Like, all the way from North Warren, then. That is quite a journey. Well,
Been a Yeah.
Feel free
Um,
to come inside, and I trust you vouch for. And he kind of looks around and gestures vaguely at the others.
Absolutely. Sure.
Excellent. He takes you guys inside. It's a pretty large hall. It looks like it used to be an inn. The walls are still kind of half timbered. Um, it ends up looks like the dining room has been cleared out, knocked down into like a large meeting hall, and then upstairs where the rooms used to be are several rooms. Um, he says, "Please wait here. I will go get the guildmaster. I'm sure he'd like to
Thank you.
talk to you."
Thank you.
He leaves after a couple minutes. This is a pretty big place, like medium in-sized, kind of rooms
Mhm.
up top. They got all sorts of contraptions and like experimental like lab spaces to work on. You see a smaller cat uh, mixing some potions or doing something you're not really sure, but it smells extremely minty, like whoo mint. Like if you've
He's
ever been to
inventing Yorkshire patties.
yeah, like if you've ever been to Celestial Seasonings, it smells like the peppermint room.
Peppermint room.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, it's very minty. After a few minutes, a large owl aven comes down from outside of the hall. He's, Flit, are you? Which one of you is Flit?
I bow, and that would be me.
Ah, excellent. Do you know why you were sent here?
I wasn't given a lot of information, only that I needed to come and be here. That's really it.
He smiles and goes, "Well, good. Then the news hasn't actually left the village yet. I assume that these others can be trusted."
To the best of my knowledge, we fought beside one another on the way here against pirates, and they seem trustworthy enough.
He's speaking Avon too, so if anybody
And
has,
I'm speaking it back. I'm
Yeah.
speaking it back.
which means
Yeah.
like Mani, I think, can also understand him. The rest of you are just kind of
They-
smiling and nodding.
Smiling, nodding, wagging my tail.
Ah,
Mason, I
You know,
believe.
I understand him
Of
too.
course.
who's your
Or is
friend,
it-
the Wyvern?
This is Ujo. We
Ooh.
met each other a few years back. This one is definitely trustworthy.
Why, what? No, I'm kidding.
And I pat him on the head. I pat Ujo on the head. This is my most trusted companion.
Ujo licks your hand.
He
Yeah.
looks at Ujo a little suspiciously, and then goes over to Mason. You, where are you from?
Honestly, can't remember.
He kind of tilts his head. Oh, really? What happened?
Yeah. I was. Last thing I remember was hunting down a specific rogue elemental for this local shrine. I got into an area, it got really hot, and the next thing I know, I'm waking up on a ship
Manny, you can
With-
actually understand all this, by the way.
with,
Cool.
and then I actually wave my hand toward everyone else.
And so you found them, I see.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, the only ones who can't understand him are Ujo and Estrella.
So they hear,
Yeah. He turns next to Mani and says, "Can you understand me?" Actually, he speaks in Canine.
Monty will sort of like raise a hand up. That won't be necessary. Go ahead, use your native tongue. I can hear you.
He gives you like a polite nod. How did you come to learn Avon?
albeit a bit old-fashioned. I was raised to believe that the best way to get through life was to understand as many creatures as possible. So I devoted myself to learning a few languages. Despite my appearance, I try and keep up as well as I can.
He gives you kind of a polite nod, and then turns to Estrella and speaks nothing you can understand.
Estrella will.
Actually, no, you speak wolf, so
Well, let's assume he's still speaking bird.
yeah.
Estrella will squeak and slightly hide behind Monty, kind of peering over his shoulder a little bit.
Monty will grab her, sort of like lift her, still holding her, but now in front of him. This one would speak my tongue. She doesn't know very many languages.
He switches back to wolf and says, "Where did you come from? We don't see your kind very often."
Estrella will look at him, become a little bit more comfortable, and she'll trying to look appreciatively at Monty.
Rolls eyes.
What?
I said rolls eyes.
Oh, I came from one of his hunts, she'll say excitedly.
He looks. Roll insight.
You got it.
Damn. He actually looks very surprised for a second, but tries to mask it pretty well. Interesting. And then he goes to... I think that's everybody. Yeah, that's everybody. He says...
Guildmaster, we've not learned your name yet.
Ah. My name is Wraithmore.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you.
I am Guildmaster here. Alchemy primarily. We are one of the foremost alchemical hubs. However, we do also work with tinkering and other artificing. He looks around at all of you and says, "Come with me." And he starts heading up the stairs.
I follow.
I'll follow.
That's his name. He kind of leads you to
Follow Monty.
like a private meeting room, basically his office. A bunch of papers neatly stacked, but they're everywhere. You see some certifications, a map of the town, takes up most of a wall. Lots of books. It's all neatly organized, but very, very cramped. So you all barely fit in there. Well, I regret to inform you that you may not be leaving here for some time. There has been a plague in the city. He kind of tries to figure out how to say it. It's causing transformations.
Okay, yeah, I don't know what happened. That was weird.
Monty will perk an ear.
Some sort of plague is causing our citizens to mutate. We've been able to catch it in time. It does appear to be magical in nature, so it's detectable. However, it is spreading rapidly. We've been doing our best to quarantine, but we are also trying to not let panic grip. So we haven't spread the word that it's actually happening. Instead, we are quarantining those who are affected and monitoring their results. And unfortunately, the plague is mostly fatal, as invariably some mutation will be incompatible with their biology, and they will die.
Monty will turn his head to the side. Have you found a source?
No.
A point zero?
Unfortunately, no, and that is why we asked for Flit. We know from her guild that she is one of the better tinkerers in her clan. We've summoned many tinkerers from around. Not many of them have actually arrived yet. We do know that this plague is magical in nature, and we are hoping that Flit might be able to help us build some sort of detector. As of right now, we must rely on drawing blood or some other fluid and tracing that. We are hoping that Flit will be able to build a less invasive scanning device. We obviously could not send word of the nature of this plague because, again, we're trying to not have panic. But it is to my regret that you are now quarantined. He kind of looks around.
Shreya's kind of gonna narrow her eyes just slightly enough, and try and glean if what he's saying is
True? Yeah.
honest in nature.
Go ahead and roll an insight. Oh, hell yeah. He's definitely speaking the truth. Maybe he might be holding something back, but you're not sure what. But what he's telling you is definitely true.
And as for, I mean, I can roll another insight. But as for him saying he feels bad about us being quarantined,
Go ahead and roll that. He does not feel especially bad. He seems like the type who will do whatever it takes to accomplish his goals.
okay.
He's not necessarily like evil, but he's definitely more
The
like
old means to an end type.
Justify the means.
he's willing to
He's more
sacrifice
selfish than anything.
you in order to stop this thing.
Okay.
What exactly do you mean by we're quarantined? We just got here.
And we don't have any idea if you've contracted the plague or not. This whole city is quarantined. No one has been allowed to leave for, he calculates for a minute, several weeks now.
Shreya's gonna ask, do you know the progression of the disease?
Typically what happens is their skin will change. Their eyes will begin to take on another species. Invariably what happens is their lungs become gills, or they can no longer process food the way they used to. Some of them even burst into flames in the sun. We don't know what's causing this, but we do know that it makes recognizable changes superficially at first, and then penetrates deeper into their core.
Okay.
He said,
So you said currently the only way is a blood test to
Yes.
determine, but it is magical in nature.
yes.
I can
Blood
just-
or other fluids of some sort.
I'd like to just tap on raise my eye patch and
Mhm.
tap on my little metal eyeball and cast detect magic real quick.
Yes. You see that his room is warded with a like silent spell. So like nothing's actually going to escape. It's pretty secure.
Yeah.
He himself has several magical items, mostly abjuration in nature.
hmm
Um,
Do we seem to have any of this magic plague on us,
It doesn't.
particularly on this. Monty did pick up that surfboard, right?
Right. And his hands don't register as magical. Like like his gloves.
Yeah.
They started to get acidied away a little bit, but it's not registering anything at the moment.
Well, I don't spot any contagion in that way. How much blood do you need?
He
Or would saliva do?
he he says it takes a regrettable amount.
What other body fluids would you accept?
Bile, feces. He kind of looks for a minute. Any bodily fluid in sufficient quantity should register.
All right.
However, unfortunately, since their blood is inside them, he kind of gestures. Simple detect magic doesn't always work.
Fair. How long does the quarantine last?
Well, it lasts until this is over. We've been keeping people suppressed for a period of 10 days.
Okay.
If they show no symptoms within 10 days, they can leave. The disease is usually fatal within a week.
Right. Where are we confined to in this time? Just the city in general?
You are welcome to roam the city as you please. Your guild letter will give you access to cross the different districts. You should be unimpeded.
And I assume that the letter will also gain me room and board at your expense for me and my companions.
Of course.
Thank you.
And you have access to any of our research laboratories that you require. We are ultimately looking for some sort of cure, but at the moment, our alchemists are working hard on it. It would be much easier if we knew how to detect this plague before it got out of hand.
Right. Speaking of alchemists, my friend picked up an item in town. I'd like for them to take a look at it, make sure it's not infectious, and also clean it up for him a bit.
All right. Is it the surfboard?
Yeah.
All right. He nods. We should be able to get some analysis done downstairs. We have isolation chamber and chemical analyses of all sorts to determine what it is. He doesn't touch the thing.
Maybe unrelated, but I doubt it.
He shrugs. Who knows? Well, yes.
Is there a particular spot where there's more cases than any others?
The highest concentration of cases seems to be up in Dale Farthing and the North Market.
Okay.
That is the highest concentration, and the Farthing and the Market have been quarantined off, specifically.
Okay.
Was it Dale Farthing? He says it's on the... You kind of have a little map. You can see it's north of the Roguesboro.
Okay.
I'm actually going to draw the quarantine because I can.
All right.
Here is this.
Ani will turn his head to the other side. Have you tried any experiments to determine method of infection? It sounds like it can infect any living creature, perhaps rats or something crammed with.
He nods and he says, as far as he can tell, it is some sort of proximity. We don't know if it travels.
Perhaps airborne.
We don't know if it's airborne or, whoops, if it's airborne or perhaps magically transmitted. But we have determined that it is not transmitted by the fluids itself.
When did the cases start? Or when did the death? Do you guys have a estimated time as to when this whole thing started?
Approximately 2 months ago. And you got your letter not too long after that, Flit.
Okay. And you immediately sent for help. That was a good idea.
Yeah. You got it like 2 weeks later.
Tell
And
me. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, ask, the mutations appear completely random,
Yes.
or is it always the same? It's never the same progression.
Never the same progression.
Much.
Some have developed magical powers. Those are the most dangerous. Some simply develop traits of another species. But we have not
I imagine
determined
so.
yet if there's any pattern or rhyme or reason to what species.
So,
Okay.
out of game,
Mhm.
are like magical diseases common in this world, or
Um.
well, not necessarily common, but at least heard of, or is
Yeah.
this
So
vague?
like this isn't unheard of that it is like a magical disease. Mummy rot's a thing. Um. A weird form of lycanthropy is a thing. Like it mostly is like rabies. So this isn't absolutely unheard of, but it is strange that nobody's seen this particular one before. And mostly they're
Okay.
speculating it's magical in nature just because of it's doing weird shit to people, and then when they scan their blood, it shows up in the blood. Usually in the autopsy.
So the mortality rate is actually really high.
Almost invariably fatal, he said.
It takes about a week to kill them, a week till death,
Mm-hmm.
or 7 days till death. It happened, and it started 2 months ago.
Mm-hmm. Flit got the summons pretty quickly after, and then headed here. Y'all just happened to be on the same boat.
Right.
So you guys heading down to get the surfboard analyzed?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I think this.
Monty will stick around to ask one more
Okay.
question. He sort of scratches at his head. So, if it was 2 months ago, do the harbor masters keep strict records of who comes in, who leaves in terms of shipments?
Of course. Well, they did.
Did?
They did. The harbor master was one of the early victims. Since then, there has been some amount of disarray. The guards have been doing the best they can, but they're not trained for that.
Okay, so I have a theory, but I feel like my character would not be smart enough to put together this theory. So,
That's my int.
Yeah, I mean, none of you all are particularly stupid, which is nice.
Not the
Only having that
most
one.
intelligent, though.
I did have to make Mason stupider just to get his stats to work for a paladin.
So, bam,
Yeah.
I'm stupid.
I mean, you're not that stupid. You're just
That's great. I'm just gonna go with it. Monty will turn in the party for a moment.
Mhm.
If they keep strict records and the Harbor Master was one of the first to go, this might have been a person or object that was recently imported. We should go talk to the Harbor Master, get records of what came in 2 months ago when this started.
I'm willing to bet it's an object.
And particularly something that went to the North Market if it's a hot spot.
And Straya will look lovingly at Monty. So smart.
There has to be a trail.
Follow
If
the
we
money.
go to the docks themselves, yeah, exactly. If we go to the docks themselves, we should be able to pick up the footprints of this thing. Actually,
so.
So
Flit is the smartest character,
Sorry, guys.
obviously because she is a int caster.
artificer.
But the
Yeah.
second is Estrella.
Oh, that's not high hopes. I'm like,
Because I am
second
not-
on board.
Because maybe the smartest character, but not the smartest player.
Right. Estrella and Ujo
So-
are tied with a 0 bonus.
Woo!
I got it.
Okay.
You have a negative. You had a
Did
plus
we-
2, but I had to switch it. I had to shift it to charisma to get you to be a multi-class into paladin.
Right. Okay.
So
I appreciate
did
how
we
you were
want-
trying to be smart, but
Did we want to split up our party? So some of us can analyze the surfboard and the rest go to the harbor?
Did anyone else hear that horror music?
dun, dun, dun.
Split up.
I'm going to take that as a vote for
Look at my
no.
feathers. Look at you guys. And look at my feathers. And that never
I
works
mean-
out.
So the analysis of the surfboard doesn't actually take very long. It isn't because they critted. It is in fact black slime goo.
Okay.
Black
Not magical in any
Oh, let's just
nature.
leave this behind.
goo.
Not super magical.
Okay.
It
All
tends
right.
to eat organic material, which is why
Ah.
it didn't eat the surfboard, but possibly the person who was on it.
Well,
Alright, so
I'm
let's-
tempted to leave this here and let them attempt to clean it up
Yeah,
if they would be so kind.
they'll decontaminate it.
Yeah. We'll come back for it.
And head towards the harbor.
Yeah, let's go back to the docks, I guess. And then we'll
Notably-
head north.
They note, because of the crit, that black slime is considered a disease-causing vector. As in,
Interesting.
Mani has the ability to lay on hands and make it go away. Or not Mani, Mason.
I was gonna say what?
Yeah.
By the power of the moon inside me.
You just roll intimidate.
Yeah, I just scare it away.
He just
Intimidate the germs away.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
My
But I mean,
well,
constitution
if that's
has
the
AoE
case-
damage.
told
This
but
Lysol is
you automatically-
99.9% germ killing.
Your
afraid.
lay on hands, you know that it can cure minor diseases, and you can cure this. It takes 5 points of lay on hands.
Where is the... That's interesting to me.
Is there any way I'll turn to Flit? Is there any? Do you think, or is there any way you think we can actually trace this thing back to its source?
Well, it'll be
I'd
black
like to be able to.
and probably oozy.
And probably smelly.
Yeah, it just looks like a black oil slick.
All right. If there is a way, scrape off enough to where you could possibly get a reading for it, and then I'll clean the rest of it up.
Yeah, so they give you enough to, like, in a little vial. It's
All
actually in,
right, and
like,
then
a fairly large pint jar.
I give it.
Mason
I
jar.
just look at
Goo.
Flit. Yeah.
I mean, it's, like, almost a 2-liter
Yeah,
size. Like, it's a lot.
yeah, that's a lot.
But it
I
is
got
not,
a job to.
yeah, it isn't registering,
I'll
yeah, as
I'll
magical
put
with
the
your device.
okay. I'll put the jar of goo in my bag, I guess.
Sweet.
Now I have a jar of goo. That's awesome.
You have a jar of acid. Let me add that to your
That is
character sheet.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, and then once that's done, I do enough lay of hands I do one shot of lay of hands, just enough to clean the board up.
They decontaminate the board for you, but if you find this, like, out in the wild,
Yeah,
you can
there's
get
the
rid of
option
it.
of doing that.
Yeah.
Never mind then. I will
How
keep
many
my-
paladins are in the city?
There's
Or,
Yeah,
spell,
but apparently
spell
or
swords.
the characters? Spell swords. I apologize.
Yeah, it's fine.
you said yeah, but apparently they ain't useful if this is still going on.
Mm-hmm. How many?
You don't know for certain, but they're relatively rare. Like, there may be 10 or a dozen.
What, paladins or
Yeah.
spell swords?
Spell swords in the
Spells.
city.
Mason, do you have any connections outside the city that you know of that you could get some word to?
Maybe one if she's still alive.
Okay.
Yeah.
But nothing like it could be mobilized.
No,
Okay.
no,
There's
no.
no more than about a few dozen for a city of this size.
That would have really overworked them.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was
Okay.
And they're
lots of
definitely
thunder.
not very high level.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think the best bet right now is to. Is there a library in town?
There
Let me
is.
see.
It is also in this area.
In this Arts Village area?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is kind of like the hero district.
Oh, fun. Okay. I think I should stay and research how to either neutralize or detect or both this.
I actually want to go back to the river and see if I can see which way current is flowing.
Okay.
Does anybody want to join me?
They do suggest that there's not much to be done here, mostly because they don't have any samples or anything. So
Yeah.
you'd probably need to go and find some.
Okay. Then I suppose we'll go to the river first. Then we'll head up the river, along the river towards the docks. See what we can see there, and then north to the quarantine zone.
Right.
Y'all sticking together?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yay.
All right. So you're going back to where you found the surfboard, right?
Right.
Bloop bloop.
Moving
Watch,
back
this is
over
gonna be a
there.
gibbering- This is gonna be a gibbering. It's gonna be like a gibbering mouth, probably.
Yeah, man. Yeah. You have no idea.
I don't.
And I swear to God that when I like rolled this like scenario up, I was like, oh, it's a plague. Damn it. Too soon. Too soon.
Two on the nose.
Yeah, there's another subplot that you're gonna find out that is also a little on the nose. And that's just how it works.
Oh no. Yeah, that's the dice for you.
It happens.
I mean, we're gonna make it work. It's gonna be fun. Okay.
At least in this world, we can end the plague.
Yeah, we can do something about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
that works.
Fantasy world.
Operation Warp Speed. Who wants to do an investigation? You're trying to find more of the goo.
Not it.
I think that better be me.
Yeah, it's your job.
Yeah.
I'll sniff around for it. Investigation.
Say Ujo could probably try to.
Yeah.
While they're doing that,
And I'll send Sprocket out to look as well.
Okay. Sprocket is really good, and you can click on Sprocket, right?
I've got his sheet up.
Yep.
Just intelligence.
Nope.
Check for him.
Under skills, there's perception.
Okay.
And you get advantage because, and Ujo can roll too. Perception.
Perception?
Yep.
Okay.
something heavy. Okay, there it is. All right. So what I'll do is I'll take my rope. I will tie my
Poor Ujo.
crowbar to it,
Yeah.
and I'll throw it in the. I'll actually throw it in the river.
Okay. What were
Just
you
to,
tying your
you
rope
know,
to?
get-
Just
Huh?
what were you tying the rope
Tying
to?
my rope to the crowbar.
Oh, okay. Just to kind of make an anchor.
Yeah, just to make it weigh enough, just in case the current. It's not that strong.
It's a little strong. It definitely flows with it. The tide affects it quite a bit. Ujo, you found a nice piece of trash that smells really good.
Okay, nomin on that.
Sprocket.
No. Ujo,
I
spit
run
it
away
out.
really fast.
What is in your mouth? What is in your mouth?
I chew faster.
Good boy. Sprocket has kind of zoomed in on the smell and is like sniffing around the area where you first found the surfboard and going toward the water and doesn't really see anything through the water. But Sprocket has the smell.
Yeah.
So if you find
Okay,
some,
well, he's
Sprocket
got
can
the-
help.
Okay.
And then Mason has his anchor that he threw in the river.
Yeah, that's just to check and see which direction the current's moving in.
Currently, it's moving inland.
So it's moving from the.
Yeah. And yeah, it's moving inland. That's all you see right now. You can try a nature check to learn more.
Wow, an island below sea level. That's a.
You said a nature?
Yeah, nature.
All right, let us see how I can screw this one up. And skadoosh.
You have no idea how tides actually work. That's like a water thing. You don't like water. It makes your feathers wet.
Stupid water.
Yeah, water's dumb.
Stupid.
All right. Is that drunken jerk still on the bridge?
No, he's gone. He's gone by now.
Good. Let's cross the bridge.
Good memory.
And then follow the river back to the docks.
Okay.
See if we see anything else along the way.
Let's see what you see. Blue, 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 blue. You guys totally cheated too.
What do you mean?
She walked
Oh, we're
directly
supposed
into.
to fight that guy.
She walked directly into the plot hook.
Ha
I had a feeling this was one of the 5 ways that we could get out.
Yep. This is in fact why you couldn't leave. You eventually would have found people who are infected, but she just shortcutted all that and ruined my fun. That doesn't mean
I'm
I can't...
very goal oriented. You told me I had to. You told me I had to take something to the guild hall. I took something to the guild hall.
Right. So you did.
I did. I did
Um,
my job.
Yeah, you don't really see anything too terribly interesting as you make it to the dock. You do see that the wizardy-looking fellow from earlier, he's looking sad and disappointed.
I'll stop by and say, what is the experiment?
He... In what language?
In Bird.
In Bird, he speaks enough.
That's what he
Bird.
was talking. That's what he was talking before, wasn't it? Was Bird?
No, it's
Yeah,
cat.
it was.
It's cat.
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 Oh,
If
well, I'll do Wolf then.
Okay.
I don't speak cat.
Yeah, he speaks wolf. Wolf and cat are the two common languages here. One of which is fine. He says, "It's ruined.
Yeah.
It's ruined." And
Okay.
he's just like
What's
sobbing to
ruined?
himself, just like crying.
I'll just.
A shark
Yeah. Okay.
The shark ate it. Just
Mechanical
Sorry.
whale?
snapped it in half. It took me a month to build. Now I'll have to wait till the next moon.
what?
Snapped what in half?
What was the thing that you were that? What you said it was a bull, correct?
Like
The
a
whale.
mechanical whale?
It was a
Mechanical
whale, yeah, okay.
Is if I look at it hard, is this the thing that looks like it's been snapped in half?
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It,
Okay.
You can't see it. It's
Okay.
currently at the bottom of the harbor.
Yeah, that's not for me.
He's just crying to himself. I'll have to come back next month.
Yeah. Sorry about your luck, bud.
Whatever. This is the fifth one I've built.
Then you get better with it every time.
One day I'll figure it out.
Yeah. Sounds good.
So you're basically saying you're good with repairs of mechanical things, correct?
Yes, I'm registered with the guild.
And at that point, I pull out my board. Do you think you can fix this?
He takes a look at it.
I want to glance over it while the guy looks at it surreptitiously.
What would you like me to do with it?
Fix it?
The heck?
Does it?
How many crits are you gonna get in a row, bro?
All of them, apparently.
The better he gets them on skill checks, the more he gets them on skill checks, the less he uses them on us.
He goes, "Give me an hour."
Okay.
Fair.
And where's your shop located?
I'll be at the guild hall. I need some of the equipment there.
Okay.
He starts giving you directions to the guild hall. It's in Hart Village. Big, large building. Knock and...
We just came from there.
Oh. Excellent. Well, I guess I'll see you there later.
As a matter of
So-
fact, I show him my guild papers. This should take care of the expense for that
Very well.
necessary tool for what we're doing. Thank you.
Speaking of
While this conversation's happening,
Yeah.
Monty has stripped down to basically only his kilt,
Mm-hmm.
setting all of his equipment down near the group, walked over to where the whale would have sunk,
Yeah.
and is trying to do stretches.
It's like right over here.
You're getting ready to dive in after that?
Okay. And I'm going to dive in after that.
Kasploosh. The guy kind of looks and what? Roll an athletics check.
All right. I think I'm good at those.
Yeah, I was like, because you don't have a swim speed. That's fine. You don't drown. You do feel the pull of the current, but it's not too bad. You make it about 10 feet down, and it's starting to get pretty dark.
Okay.
You can still see a little bit, but you don't know how far down.
What exactly is he? I lean over to the dude. What exactly is he looking for down there? He didn't ask before he went.
I have no idea.
I'm thinking he's just going for a swim. He's just hot.
Well, we'll just kind of sit here and wait for the bubble to stop, I guess.
The bubble. Oh no, he drowned!
Yep.
I
Go ahead.
asked the man.
Yeah.
Do you know what do you know about this disease? Some or other that's going on here.
on. You don't get to see this roll.
Oh, you made a MacGuffin. Ah,
Well, I just don't want you to know whether or not you can
he's
see it.
lying to me, and
Yeah. How do you do GM roll? Oh, there it is. It's literally GM roll.
You literally just hit the button so we can see it.
God damn. He says, I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's really hard for me not to go above.
You can roll insight.
Yeah, because I really want to go. I really want to do an insight on this.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so let's see here.
Victory, so close yet so far.
Yeah, like unfortunately you don't have advantage. And yeah,
So
he seems to have no idea what's going on.
Well,
Monty, give me another athletics check if you're gonna dive deeper.
Deal.
Yeah, so you're a good ways down. You don't really know how far. And it is getting a little hard for you to see. Give me a perception at disadvantage.
All right.
Mm-hmm. There it goes. Not bad. Not bad. Why is it gray?
Because I clicked disadvantage, so it grays out the higher
Right.
number.
Got it. I was like, why is it gray? Okay. You see something shiny another about 10 feet down, kind of glinting.
Only knowing that I'm looking for something shiny, I'm going to go straight for that.
Okay.
Because I don't actually know what I'm grabbing. I'm just like, he had a shiny whale. I'm going to grab the shiny thing in the bottom of this area.
You kind of saw it, but you didn't really get a good look. You just figure it's shiny.
Yeah.
Give me one more athletics.
All right.
Nice.
Nice. You actually managed to get down there without too much trouble. You're kind of like standing in what the hull would be. It would be a tight fit for you if you were trying to sit down in it.
Okay, so I've stumbled across the thing.
Yeah. You're basically like in the middle.
How big is this thing?
Probably about 2 or 3 of you.
Hmm.
It's about the size of like a small van. Like a minivan. Not quite a school bus, but a little bigger than a van.
Well, what's the point of going all the way down here if I don't at least try one stupid thing? I'm going to try to pull up, see if I can even get it to move. Just trying to get 2 good grips on it and see if I can just hoist anything.
Alright, give me another athletics check. This one's going to be a bit higher.
Okay.
Oh, shit!
Holy hell.
Damn. So you actually, like, brace yourself on a rock instead of the muddy floor, which was a problem that was going to happen. And you can kind of push it up with a little bit of effort. You can't, like, lift it, but you definitely moved it.
Alright.
And you are at about your breath capacity. You could still make it up without drowning. But you're starting to get a little out of breath.
Okay. Now thinking that he'll be able to move it and knowing where it is, he's going to come back to the surface.
Okay. You basically just jump up really quick.
Yeah.
Take a deep breath. You're fine. Oh yeah, you're fine.
I will start to, as canines do, shake off water.
Get it everywhere.
I'll take care of that. I'll take care of that. Blow dry you again, Fluffy.
Yeah, she just pulls out a blow dryer and just. You've never seen one of those before? You kind of like it?
And
I don't know what this is.
You don't know what it is, but I want one.
Nice.
All right. Yeah,
Are
so
you
you
gonna
know
try and
roughly
bite at
where it
it?
is. You can probably get down there in about 2 rounds now that you know where it's at.
Okay.
And you can survive for about 4 before you start to lose breath. And then you can live for another 3 rounds before you pass out.
All right, sounds good. Once he's dried off, he'll sort of just give a thankful nod to Flit. All right, I can get your whale back, but I need a rope, like a really long rope, lots of rope, all the rope.
He looks and says, "We'll get some rope. There should be some at the Tinker Guild, or at least a nice sturdy chain."
I'll go with the chain.
Chain would be good. I like chains. Chains are nice.
actually, wait a
Would
minute.
like chains.
Do I have? I know I have rope.
I wish I had the chain.
None of you have a chain.
Nah,
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I do have rope.
Yeah.
But
I have rope as well.
These tools.
And you have a vial of acid now. And 5 bullets for your pistol.
Oh,
Oh.
yay.
A rope too. Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody has rope. It's like standard. Although technically, most people have the packs,
Yeah.
which they all include rope of some sort.
It's 30 or is it 50?
Just like
It's
tie all
50.
our ropes into knots and connect them.
You can. It's more of a question of the strength of the rope than the length.
Oh, okay.
You have plenty of length, but this thing is kind of heavy.
That's what she said. Sorry, Uchi's a very immature child.
Yes. I mean, that was basically worth an inspiration. Okay. So the guy says,
Stones may break my bones, but whips and chains excite me. Where do we get chains?
you can make chain whips. That is.
I mean, I'm
one-
proficient with a chain whip.
Yep.
Kinda.
Yeah, I mean, chain whip is an ancestral weapon option,
Okay.
and grapple hook.
Ooh.
Yeah. And
Yo.
Flit knows in theory how to make a grapple gun.
I made one in Bump Theory. I actually made one.
All right. This is going to be ridiculous later. So he goes off and he says, it'll take me about an hour to repair this.
Well, bring chain back when you come, and we'll see if I can get
Oh,
that thing out.
ow!
And he says, well, I figured that I'd have chain ready when you come pick it up.
Okay.
Because
Sounds great.
I assume you don't want to wait here for an hour.
Well,
If you're here from out of town, you must have some errands to do.
No,
Yeah.
not really. I mean, yes, we do.
Yes.
of course.
Sprocket
Mm-hmm.
picks up a bit of the black slime smell.
Here?
Kind of like Sprocket. There he is. It's kind of down here.
Okay.
That teeny tiny little ball is.
Yeah, that's Sprocket.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be him.
'Cause he is
He is smaller than the voidling, so
yeah, he's actual tiny.
it's a little tiny mechanical weasel, by the way, guys. If that matters.
Okay.
It's like
That it's a weasel just made it so much better in my head.
right. Like if you zoom in,
Exactly.
if you zoom in enough, you can see that it is a ferret.
Yeah, it's a little mechanical ferret.
All right.
There you go. I have to give it the proper nameplate. Not that anybody.
Aren't
can see it.
weasels just pint-sized ferrets that snort cocaine? Like,
Yeah. Pretty much.
They're basically wild ferret.
yeah.
So Sprocket did find some like trace of the black ooze slime kind of on the coastline down here. He got
Okay.
bored waiting.
Well, I'll
and-
follow Sprocket.
Okay. Bloop bloop.
Um,
Make an investigation.
okie dokie. As soon as I find it. There we go.
Roll it again because Sprocket's helping you,
Okay.
so you have advantage. That's better.
That's better.
You find like some of the slime, like pulled up on a rock. Have you ever seen how like flotsam and jetsam? I don't remember which one it is, but the foamy stuff kind of builds up on rocks near the ocean. That's what happened here. Just kind of a
So it's like a bunch of bubbly foam.
yeah, less bubbly and more oil slicky, but
It's like a.
Okay.
it's definitely like collected on this rock.
Mm. That's interesting. Let's go and find someone that's got some records. I want to see if there's been any shipwrecks recently, like within the past 2 months.
The dock ward itself isn't actually too far from here. Bloom. You guys go up here. That's the administrator's office. It looks to be closed right now. It's like early afternoon at this point. It
Yep.
should be open by
Is
now,
there
but
anyone around at all? It's not.
How many people are around right now?
it looks like there's not a lot of people on the street. Probably a dozen or so. Let me bring up my
Is
NPCometer. Because I have
is
8
there
pages of
a
NPCs.
window?
It appears to be. Let me see. There is a female feline, a male canine worker, and another feline worker. Kind of a blonde, almost like a golden retriever. And then the one female looks like a really like light furred. She sees you and kind of scurries away. And then the other one looks kind of like a punk. Her hair is all dyed, different colors. She's wearing armor. And actually has a small companion.
How many of them are actually paying attention to the building itself?
None really. These are just the people you see in the
Right
near
there?
in the nearby area. The building looks
The
like it's
is-
actually been boarded up.
The one cat that just ran off, that's pretty interesting.
Make a perception check. Yeah, all you noticed is she like saw your party, turned around, and walked away.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You said boarded up. Is the door locked?
It is locked.
Is there
I'm gonna
any
pick that lock.
windows?
Go ahead.
I'm gonna pick the lock.
So
Easy.
I obviously get close to everybody, so I'll get close enough to where only like they can hear me.
Mhm.
And I ask, and I say, so we're all thinking the same thing. Like we're going to break into this building.
Oh yeah, definitely. If the guards come, I can show them the papers. We're investigating. We're on official business.
Question then becomes, which I was actually going to ask, do you want to wait till tonight when there aren't that many people around, or do you want to
I
go
don't
ahead and
see
do it
the
now?
point. I don't see the point of waiting.
So you're telling me this is legal? As he starts to like raise a foot up.
Wait.
Let's not bash. No, don't go bash. Let me take the lock.
Good old barbarian.
Wait,
He
is
slowly puts his foot down. Okay.
Is there any open windows?
There is. There's a chimney you can probably fit through.
Could I fly up and see if I could fit through it?
You can, and in fact, you can. It's a bit of a tight squeeze. You're not sure you could fly back up it, but you can definitely get down.
No, that works too.
Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
Okay. You manage
And
to
then,
make it through the chimney and end up in kind of a spacious, like, office place. This is kind of where people come in. There's like a desk in the corner, couple of doors around.
When she goes through the chimney, does she get like soot on her?
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right, so while she's doing
cough,
that,
cough.
I want to do another perception just to see if there's anybody that's paying like us more attention than they should.
That's a good idea.
And
You're like still trying to find that girl who saw you and like darted away.
bruh,
You're
I start nudging.
you're
Manny, bruh.
pretty sure
She
that the punk girl like
Mhm.
is like looking at you like she's about to jump you guys when you're not looking.
Oh, so bad. So, bruh. And I start like nudging Manny, like, dude. But
What?
I nod. I tilt my head subtly toward the punk cat chick.
She's
Monty
like,
will look over at her, look down at Mason. She's cute. What's your point?
she's like a block away, just kind of chewing on a toothpick.
You like cats?
I should hope not. That's perilous. That's damaging to
mean-
my health.
He is a dog, after all.
She looks like she is going to hurt.
Let me
She
double
looks
check
racist.
something. Ujo, I think the only ones who can understand you are Flit, Mason, and Manny, I think.
Yeah.
I can
I think
understand her.
Oh yeah, you can. We made sure that everybody can understand dragon. That's what we made sure.
Wait, I can understand dragon?
No, you're the one who can't.
Ah.
So does
Yeah.
Ujo actually
Yeah.
say that?
Yeah, in dragon. Because he can only speak dragon, but he can understand the other languages.
Mm.
Monty will look over at Ujo, kind of shrug. Why not?
Why not? Okay.
I'll check out the kitty too. So if she's cute.
She's like
Beneath dogs.
she's like
She's cute in the stabby kind of way.
she has like dyed, like a
Oh,
dyed
so
mohawk.
you kind of have a masochistic streak, all right?
Yeah.
She has she's wearing armor and a shield.
Mm.
You do notice like a little fire elemental hanging around her. Cimarus is like, huh?
Something for
I don't
everybody.
see-
All
Little
right.
fire elemental
see
uses.
this.
Yep.
I don't see this, do I?
I might have to talk to this lady after I'm done
Oh, you
opening the
definitely
door.
see her.
Is
You're-
Estrella?
Mhm.
How long has she been in there?
Yeah, I was gonna say we've been talking about this cat lady, and I think I'm still covered in dust trying to
You
find
are
the
currently
door.
covered in soot, but the door is locked from the inside.
Okay.
Like key locked,
so
not
Estrella's
necessarily
going
deadbolt
to-
locked.
Yeah. So Australia's going to look around for a key.
Okay, investigate.
Investigation's not a good one. Can I
Not a great
do
one, but-
perception?
Hey, not bad. You do in fact find like a hidden key, and by hidden it's like
Not bad
hanging
at
next
all.
to the door.
Got it.
Brilliant.
Took you a minute, but you found it, and you managed to get the door unlocked.
Got it.
I thought
Oh, whoa.
Awesome. Thank you.
She kind of kicks open the door. She's just covered. She looks like Cimarus right now. That like there's two of them.
The moment Monty sees it, Dark Fairy! No, another one! Smack!
Little bitch.
Not again.
Not another one,
The
no!
wolf athletics dodge this asshole.
You
Or would
can.
it be
I'll pull out my
acrobatics?
I'll pull out my little hairdryer again and just blow dust everywhere, but off of her.
Whip out your blow dryer. Yeah, I figured that's exactly the sort of tinker shenanigans that works just fine. If you
Yeah.
do the blow dryer in reverse, it becomes a lighter, by the way.
This is the hands coming down. Oh, it's you.
All right. So it's unlit in here. No torches. You do notice the girl
Not a
watching you
fly.
enter.
We'll close the door behind us
All right.
and relock it. Okay.
So
Alright.
this is like
Uh,
a 20 by 20 kind of big office. There's a couple of desks, and what appears to be another office leaning back. It is a 2-story building. There's a stairways going up to the second floor.
Anything specifically that says like Harbor Master? Any like signs?
In a couple of different languages, the back office seems to be the harbor master's office. The front,
That's where I'm headed.
yeah, the front desks mostly look like clerks' desks. You know, where people like take the paperwork, process it, and then do the basic day-to-day paperwork while the clerk kind of oversees it. It does look like it's in regular use. It hasn't been abandoned per se. Like there's no dust everywhere. They just
no one's here right
yeah, they just closed early.
now. Okay. I don't really want to disturb. If people are actively working, I don't really want to disturb their stuff. I want to go to the Harbor Master since I know he's dead.
Yeah.
And I'll go to his office and check that out with Sprocket. See if Sprocket smells anything funny.
Okay. Roll investigate.
Can I do that with advantage since Sprocket's helping me?
Yeah, go ahead. Pretty good. It's in a fair amount of disarray. You almost think that like it had been ransacked, but it's more like it was just really, really, really messy. You go through some of the papers. After like a little bit, you manage to find some of the stuff from a couple of months ago, like under all of the debris and under all of like the clutter. So you can tell about when he left. There's a definite transition from his stuff to whoever's been doing his work without him.
Okay. Any signatures on the newer stuff that I can read the name of?
Yeah. You get the names of some of the. There's a couple of different signatures, but you find Danton, Miera, and Valise. In various levels of messiness.
Right.
And then Rog Cabello is the original harbor master.
Say that again.
Rog Cabello. Yeah, I put them all in chat.
I see that now.
Yeah. Rog Cabello is the original harbor master. And then those three have been kind of trading off the work between them since then.
Okay.
It's pretty disorganized.
Yeah. Are there any shipping manifestos amongst the stuff from where
Yep.
Rocabello?
You can probably snatch some.
Yeah, I'll just take them.
All right. While this is happening, you set in the office, hear somebody trying to open the door.
I knew
Like,
it.
shake, shake, shake.
Monty will go to open the door.
Mason will follow him.
Um,
I'm your backup, big fella. I'm your backup.
This is actually the wolf guy.
Oh, hey, it's you again.
Drunkard.
From before?
One from the bridge?
No. This is the wolf guy that you saw earlier. but hadn't seen much since because you were all paying attention to the cat.
Okay.
Yeah, he was very briefly mentioned. You vaguely recognize him from about 10 minutes ago.
A Labrador?
Yes, the Labrador. He looks a little startled.
Well, don't mind us. Come on in. What seems to be the problem?
He goes, "What are you doing here?"
I don't know.
Well, that is not a good enough answer.
That one knows, and he points towards like the back office.
Yeah, I'm still digging around through
Yeah.
paperwork, so
We're actually a part of the city cleaning committee. And, hold up, let me roll persuasion. Hold up. I gotta roll persuasion.
This would be deception.
This would be a deception.
Yeah, if you're saying cleaning committee.
Well,
Okay,
I'm still
for that role, can I just interject something? Monty will immediately look down. Wait, we are? When did we start cleaning? I don't remember cleaning.
Hey, that's
Totally
my
right.
first not 20 in like 6 rolls.
Should
He eyes you and kind of like puts his hand to his chest. He looks like he's like holding it onto an amulet or something.
Oh crap! Grab him!
Anyone want to grab him? An athletics check to grab him.
I guess Ujo can try. Hold on.
Oh boy.
Athletics?
Yep. You
I know.
have thumbs now.
I have thumbs now. Hold on. Let me find where that would be.
Okay, so let me do this straight.
Acrobatics, you said?
Athletics.
Oh, athletics.
We have no clue who this dude is,
Nope.
and we grabbing him.
Yep.
Oh, this
Mason-
oughta
Ujo's
end
just
badly.
good buddy. He does what he's told.
Right. Mason goes to grab him, and then Ujo just like shoulder chucks him out of the way, makes him fall on his ass, and just like full body jumps on this guy, like puppy hug, and knocks him flat.
sits on him.
Yeah, you basically have him grappled. He looks terrified.
Oh, he likes you.
He's prone.
Streya's gonna interject. Wait. First, let's get some information before we completely attack this man. Who are you?
Ujo's still holding on to him.
Yeah.
You weren't gonna attack him. We were just.
He goes
He
white,
was-
and he keeps like trying to speak, but he's stammering. He's too terrified.
Flick comes out of the back room carrying. Hey guys, I got some. What are you doing?
Yep. Yep.
Wait, is the door still?
What is
Wait,
going-
is the door
Ujo!
still open?
What are you doing?
Monty will look over his shoulder at Flip. For once,
I got
it was
him.
not my stupid idea.
Okay.
So
I go over to
Astrea's gonna-
Ujo and pat Ujo on the head. Okay, you've held him down. He looks really scared, guys.
Let's just hit that.
Do you work here, dude?
Sorry.
My
I,
friend.
Ujo gets off.
I do.
You do? Okay, Ujo, you can. I want to do it. First of all, I want to make sure he's not lying to me.
Insight.
I'll roll an insight.
And
Okay.
what were you gonna do, Estrella?
I was just gonna look him up and down, see if I could glean anything from his appearance.
Also roll an insight or investigation.
Is the door still open?
Oh,
It is.
coming in hot today.
Oh boy.
So Estrella,
Where is
you
he?
are pretty sure that he's actually a cop.
Shit.
Crap.
Woo.
Oh boy.
Do I have knowledge of what a cop is?
You know, like town guard.
Got it.
You know they're the people who keep trying to arrest Monty when he breaks stuff.
Okay, I was just gonna go hide behind Monty
That's
and
soup. All right.
tap on him, be like, I don't
Yeah,
like
he
this
looks
guy.
like he's too terrified to lie right now.
Okay. What's your name, man?
My name is Paolo.
Paolo. Okay, Paolo. Ujo, we outnumber him a lot, so just go ahead and get off his chest. And I gently shove Ujo off.
But
All right, I'm sorry.
also, I think he was also calling for backup. So there
Yeah,
may.
probably. We're here in an official capacity, bro, man. I
Bird.
promise.
Monty will help
Person.
him up.
Yeah. I'd show him the guild papers. We're here in official capacity. You weren't open. This is time sensitive. We came in anyway.
Mason, make a perception check. You don't notice anything. All right.
Okay, how many single digits can this poor man roll in a row? This is
Hold up, let me
ridiculous.
just let me see. Just don't mind me. Don't mind me.
Gonna try and get there. See, there you go. You got some.
Don't
wisdom.
waste all.
I'm not.
I mean,
I
it's
just wanted to see.
not any weirder than my 5 20s in a row, including 2 you couldn't see. He says it's perfectly all right. You like shoved the papers in his face. He's like, no, it's fine. I just was locking up for the night and, well, saw somebody trying to get in. I wanted to see what was going on.
We're just trying to figure out what happened to the harbor master. Do you know when he got sick and when he passed?
He was out of work for a few days. And then we heard he had died of a fever.
Okay. Have there been any strange ships lately? Or any, like, storms that would have sunk anything in the harbor?
Not really since the dragon attack a few months ago.
How many
Dragon
months
attack.
ago?
Dragon attack.
Yeah, they are fairly regular happening. Once or twice a year. We are used to it. It is a natural disaster, of course, much like a hurricane.
What color was the dragon?
Right. What?
What color was the dragon?
Yes.
I believe purple.
Not the one I was
No.
expecting.
He says this one was a strange one. This was like a black dragon. We don't see them very often.
Oh God. Yep, I was right. I was right above.
And,
Anybody can roll
Okay.
history, especially Ujo. Roll history with advantage.
Yeah, I think Monty will want to try to roll.
as would I.
Okay.
Nope.
Flit, so Ujo, you've never seen a black dragon. You know that there's red, blue, purple, orange, gray.
Gray.
Yeah.
Gray's annoying.
Gray has like a sonic breath weapon.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're cool. Grays do come over to this area a bit. Flit, you know that like gray dragon attacks are probably one of the more common ones over here. Most colors you've heard of in your like 2 weeks of life, but you don't know. You've never heard of a black dragon.
Above board.
Mhm.
Crap. Oh,
Also, this
man.
isn't like the standard D&D black dragon. Because standard D&D black
Okay.
dragons are acid, I think, and that's green dragon in this setting.
Right.
And purple is a venom.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I instantly thought black dragon when you said black ooze.
Yeah, like that ooze
Yeah,
earlier.
That's where my.
Yeah.
And you said that was a couple months ago.
Yeah, it's about
Yeah, the dragon attack.
3 or 4 months ago, perhaps.
Three or four.
What is
Okay.
it?
And then there has
Black.
been.
How did
several storms.
how was the problem?
What?
How was the problem solved with the black? How was the problem solved with the black dragon?
Uh,
Was it chased off? Did it just go off on its own?
we
Did you kill
eventually
it?
chased it off. We do have some ancestral weaponry that we keep on hand for such an emergency.
Oh, okay.
A few of
What?
the glowing spheres chased it off.
Okay.
What is this ancestral weaponry?
It's the same thing that like your tonfas are, the glowy tonfas.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
same
I'm
category.
just. Would I know that my weapons are? Would I already know that my tonfas are ancestral weapons?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, I'll reword the question and I'll actually pull out my tonfas. I'll be like these then.
Ah, yes. I see you keep your
oh.
pair intact.
Of
Do they
course.
perhaps still have a charge?
No.
Ah, yes.
I think I said it. I think playing around with them once to see what they did, I ignited them, and then it went up and it went back down. I
Yes, that is unfortunate. They do sometimes regenerate the charge every few generations like that.
okay. How can we speed the process up?
Nobody knows.
Ah,
That is why we save them for the most dire of emergencies, such as the dragon attack.
Right. Okay. Um.
What exactly do black dragons do?
This one did nothing.
Like, what is their primary? All dragons have breath weapons, correct? Or a weapon of some type, correct?
Some sort of elemental weapon, yes. This
Right.
blue one here has the frost claws.
Right. But what were they black?
He
What were they?
never used one. He just came down and began attacking.
Didn't have any
Like
demands
physical
or
attacks?
anything.
He went straight for the Tinkerer Guild. We assume he was after our ancestral armory, but our arcanists were able to chase him off before he got anywhere. There were remarkably few casualties because he did not use any of his elemental attacks.
Which direction did he leave when he was chased off?
Mm, he came from the bloop 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 bloop. He came from the south.
And when he left, he went back the same way.
Yes.
Okay. Um.
Hmm.
A timeline. So there were no significant shipwrecks or anything in or around the harbor around the time the harbor master got sick.
There are the usual number. There's usually one wreck a week. There's that crazy wizard
Oh.
who tries to sail his contraption every month or so, but he still hasn't perfected it.
Right. We've spoken to him. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
Estrella will poke her head back out.
Boink.
So you said you were closing, but it was already closed. Why are you closing so early? Doesn't the
We
dock coordinator stay open for a while?
we have been ordered by the lord of this place to close early every day. We are limiting who can come in, and very few may leave without his. They need a special certificate, a letter, certifying that they are free to go. Anyone who does not bear such a letter must be kept here. And that is why we have so many ships docked, even all the way up to this wall.
And where do
Can you remind me of
keep
the
your
local lord's
records
name again,
of
please?
the dock ships?
He is. Dan Kaldan. Lord Dan Kaldan.
What's up?
He says the name with a little bit of disdain.
Hmm.
You douche.
Sounds like you don't like him very much.
He is a lord.
And where do you keep your records of other ships?
We have records dating back, probably 10 or 15 years upstairs in the archives. I am the one usually in charge of keeping the records straight.
Perfect.
Fantastic.
Then you
Jansen,
can,
Viera, and Vialis have been struggling to keep up with the requests for exit and entrance and all of the petitions, but ever since Rocalio died, Rocalelo,
When did he die?
some
Yeah.
6 weeks ago.
sounds about right. Then would you be so kind as to help us locate the records?
From about the time that he first got sick.
Of course.
Yeah, we'll just take about 2 to 3 months back.
Excellent. He goes back. Do you show him the records you have?
No, not right now.
He takes a couple minutes, starts filing through here, and then makes like a noise of disgust. And he's like, those three, they can never organize anything properly. It might take me some time to actually find those records.
All right, so it's in the harbor. You think those records are in the harbor master's office and not in your archives upstairs?
Yeah, ever since the harbor master died, we haven't had a chance to properly process the orders, much less get them
Okay.
organized.
So what you're looking for, do they look like this? And I do show him what I have then.
He looks and he goes, I do believe those are it.
That's it. Okay. Thank you. So there would be nothing of use to us at the moment upstairs.
Yeah.
Can we keep the key, the entry key, since you obviously have your own? So we can come back at any time we like, whether you're open or closed?
Your magical tinkering can make a copy of the key.
I think I'll do that.
Okay. You like have a little small little key, put it in clay, put some goo in it, and now you have like a plastic key.
All right. I'll go ahead and do that real quick.
It just takes like a minute.
Yeah. That way we don't have to bother you every time we need something from here, if we need to come back.
Of course. Since you are on official city business. He looks relatively like he believes you. He doesn't really seem especially suspicious.
Yeah, okay.
Startled,
Does
but
it?
Of course.
not necessarily suspicious. Your letter checked out, so.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you guys want to do here?
I can't think of anything
You said
else.
this is there's two stories, right?
Yeah. Second story is long-term storage.
I'll go upstairs.
All right.
I actually want to go upstairs and check and see what's up there.
Okay.
You'll take a sniff around upstairs with you.
Yeah. It just seems like pretty long-term storage. It's like if you've ever been in like an archive or something, it's just each room is filled with just like crates of paperwork, and the rooms are dated by
I'd also like to.
like almost decade. There's probably almost a century of paperwork.
Right.
All right, so Flit has the
The current records.
jar.
And the jar of acid, yeah.
Did
I
we
would also
already...
like to send Sprocket around sniffing for any more goo.
Okay. Sprocket goes out.
Just through the entire room, just through the entire building.
Doesn't really find anything.
Okay.
Here is a relatively good spot to take a quick bathroom break.
Okay.
So we can reconvene in about 10 minutes.
All right.
Sure.
Excellent. I'm going to put the...
I
Yeah? Do what now?
ya veo. No puede hacer nada, mami.
Hola, mami.
Anybody else back on? Probably still Nick. Okay.
I never really left. Not
Mm,
I can check. Let me unmute it.
Yeah, like a waterproof phone.
All right. Let's get back into it. If I can remember which one of these it is. There we go. Floop. You can see me monitoring. Blink. All right. You have cleared the dock ward, gotten the records from about 2 to 3 months ago.
I want to quickly peruse those.
Okay, roll and investigate.
As, yeah, if there's anything of interest, I don't know. Don't even really know what I'm looking for just yet, but
Yeah, it's going to be a pretty high
Like
roll.
really old stuff.
That's a pretty high roll.
decent. It's a decent roll.
Yeah, that's not bad. How do you have... Yeah, okay, sweet. You start looking through some things. You're looking for, like shipments that could be something to carry a plague. They register magic objects. There is the occasional, like...
Something involving black slimes or black oozes.
Right. You're just kind of, like, looking for anything that would make sense for something that would be causing this plague. There are... After a quick, like, little 10 minutes going through it, you notice about 10 or so magic items that went through customs that were mostly unidentified that could possibly be something, a magic item transmitting the plague.
Okay.
If that's mostly what you were looking for.
Yeah, were any of them headed towards the North Market?
Yeah, that's where a lot of that gets sold.
Okay.
Mhm.
So all 10 of those were headed towards the North Market?
All of them but one. One of them was going to a collector.
Does it say where the collector was going? Or
Uh,
where the collector was?
looks like it was going to the Tower Burrow.
I'm sorry, the what?
The Tower Burrow. It's the one in the lower left or lower right.
Okay. Our original plan was to go into the quarantine or go towards the quarantine zone.
Mm-hmm.
Have we found anything? I'm asking the party at this point. Have we found anything that has changed our mind as far as that is concerned? About how long? And now to the DM. About how long have we been in the
It's been about a half
office
hour.
here? Half hour. Okay. Is there anything else we want to?
The Dale Farthing and the market are the only basically places that are exempt from the quarantine, right?
Other way around. Those are double.
No, they are.
quarantines.
That is yeah. Those are the tightest controlled
Yeah.
areas.
So okay, so the market and the Dale Farthing that's where that's basically the hot spot.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's our hot spot.
If you go there, you may, even with your letter, have a hard time getting out.
Now, I don't necessarily want to go in.
Yeah.
Did anyone think it would be
I
a
just
good
wanna go
idea?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so if you do go in there, that's like even
That's the last step, I think.
yeah,
is going-
even with your letter, they might not let you back out.
Yeah, I don't necessarily want to go into the quarantine
Yeah.
zone. I just kind of wanted to go and look
Mhm.
from
Are
the
we-
cordoned off area.
Yeah.
Are we talking amongst ourselves or?
Yeah,
Yeah.
You're like right outside of the guild docks.
Is there anybody around like within earshot?
Make a perception check.
Perception.
Nope. Perception, not deception.
Oops. I seen Inception.
Yeah.
Bad. My apologies. Perception.
What color would show up on this?
Dang it! Can I keep the deception roll?
Nope. Everything looks totally clear to you.
How?
I think it would be a good idea to go see that collector and see if maybe they know about those magical items.
Sure.
Yeah, we can definitely go see him instead and
He's,
see about this one. What is the item that was sent to the Tower Burrow? Is there a name for it, or is it named in the
no.
manifest? Or
It was just magic item and a lot of numbers.
Yeah.
A lot of times those things aren't strictly
Yeah, okay.
labeled.
Is the collector named?
Yes. His name is. Let me see what his name is, because it's probably on this sheet.
There is a theory that I would like to
Karua.
bring to the group.
Karua?
A theory.
Okay.
How far-fetched would it be for a place like this to have like underground tunnels? For like a
Imagine it
thieves'
has sewers.
Yeah,
Right.
that seems
tunnels or tunnels.
seems quite reasonable.
Because I'm thinking we can probably, if worse comes to worse, we can use those. It would be disgusting.
Well, yeah.
It would be.
Particularly in the middle of a plague. That's an option I want to hold for later.
Right.
The little dragon.
But no, it's a good idea.
It's definitely not a bad idea.
I mean, it's one of those like just in case, like if they're like, oh well, you can't.
Yeah.
Just like if you want to go into the northern section, and they stop us, hope you can't, or we could sneak into the northern section from through the sewers, and then come back out.
Hmm.
That is certainly an option to try to break quarantine. I just realized I can put place names down.
No, no el juego. O pensé que estaba hablando del queso.
I want cheese.
Yeah, so does my
The
dog.
only word I caught out of that was.
Yeah. I have been considering running an all Spanish campaign.
Oh. I can't be a part of that.
Yeah. But Ujo could.
Yeah, Ucho could.
You guys would have to have Google Translate for me.
Yeah.
I could really get behind a like a Ned 3 intelligence character because I'd only understand like a fourth of it.
play an actual dog.
Yeah.
All
That'd
right.
be interesting.
Where do you guys want to head?
I think the best idea is the collector at this point, the
Okay.
Kurua.
Arua.
So
If everybody else agrees.
Yep, I agree.
potentially your guild papers couldn't get us out of there,
Not
but I
out.
can forge documents.
That might help.
It could get us.
Just saying, like if we're in a sticky situation, I can forge.
Can you? Okay, that's good to know.
So I could say like, hey, we're allowed to
travel freely.
May or
need
may
to
not
know
be
what-
why we were allowed in.
I'm so glad I vouched for you guys. Anyway,
Complicated that, didn't we?
That tavern fight was not my fault. They had no right.
No, I just got weirded out for a second. Some of the
building was on fire, but it wasn't my fault.
Yeah, some of the randomly generated names are very similar.
Let's head towards the Tower Burrow. Let's take a path close to the river again. That slime is just bothering me.
You want to try to catch another little bit of it, or you want to catch another glimpse of it, basically?
I just want to see if there's more along further inland. Because we're going to have to go further inland to get to the Tower Burrow.
Right.
But but if we go mostly along the river as much as we can, maybe we'll see more.
It is getting to late afternoon.
Or do we want to go back to the guild hall, check on the board and the surfboard, and take a rest, compile notes, and make a plan?
Who wants a plan? Why would anyone want to do that?
Yeah, Ucho's good with just barging in like a dumbass.
Bark, bark, bark. Oops, there we go.
All right, so
there's options.
Yep.
So we're going back to the guild hall, right?
We can.
That
so
is an option.
Right. Why couldn't we? I actually kind of want a chance just staying out past sundown just to see what happens. But that's just me.
Certainly an option. You don't necessarily have to stay at the guild tonight,
Okay.
But your surfboard should be done by the time you get there.
Right. Priorities.
And the hoverboard too, right? I mean, the more tools we have, the more tools we have. It's. What do you guys think, Monty, Estrella?
Monty will scratch at his chin. Well, it seems like there's a lot of options available to us, but at the end of the day, we did just get this place. We haven't even been here for a day yet. There's a lot to take in. I think perhaps getting together what we know, resting a bit, and then making a final decision as to what the best course of action is come morning might be a wise choice.
Plus,
Yeah, this doesn't seem to be a very fast-moving situation
Mhm.
at the moment.
plus we don't have to pay.
That's right.
It is
Where is that?
So let's make our way back towards the guild hall. We can take a longer route just to kind of see the town, see what's going on.
also totally reasonable.
And then we'll hit the
Any food vendors?
I'm sure there are.
So, literally on this side of everything is the Roguesboro, which is like the entertainment district.
Oh, we're in the perfect.
Yeah. Like this whole area just to your right basically just over next to you is the entertainment area. So and it is still like bustling despite the everything that's happening because most people don't know what's going on. There's just like a
Because
vague
people
sense of unease going around, which drives more people.
and we all know that people don't stay home in a plague. We all know this.
And they don't even know that there's a plague because nobody told them.
How do we know this?
Yeah.
I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, right. This doesn't relate to real life at all.
I didn't want this to be topical, but here we are.
It just so happened that way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The dice demanded it.
I say we do a little bit of social recon work, i.e., go drinking.
Absolutely.
And-
Yes.
No, but seriously, we can just make a tour through here and see if there's anything to be seen.
All right.
I see through my stomach, so yeah.
There are quite a number of bars, brothels, quite a few brothels actually. Like, it seems like it would be a surprising number, but this is literally next to the dock area.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Makes a lot of sense.
Tourist attraction.
Pretty much.
Yes.
They do a very good trade. Odium. I just realized that I could label stuff now, so I've been doing that.
Yeah, noticed that.
Places of interest that I have.
The Drunken Knave.
Yeah, the Drunken Knave is where you're staying, by the way. Snap, what happened?
What is the legal drinking age in this world?
Like 16.
Damn
I
it.
think 2 weeks is a little bit under it.
Yeah.
What is Odium of Veils?
You don't
That
know?
sounds like a
Oh, no, good point. Good point.
These are
all right.
the two places of interest. This like whole area right here is basically brothels.
Hmm.
I'm going to outline it in red.
Red district.
Yep.
red light district.
Like this is the that kind of district.
Okay.
Pretty well marked so that people know how to get there if that's what they want.
A lot bigger than I thought it was going to be.
It kind of looks like the Millennium Falcon a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Over here is the... I'm just going to write brothels. Because I can.
Because you can.
Because I can. Oh, that reminds me. Before... in fact... Nope, we'll get to it later. It's fine. Red light district. All right. And so, is there any particular kind of establishment you want to check out? There's like theaters, there's bars, um, like concert halls.
I get the feeling I need to feed
Concert
Ujo.
halls. I mean, I wouldn't mind
All the
checking out
food.
the hall.
Well, how about this? Let's since we're not going to be doing anything important, we can split up and just meet back at the guild hall in the evening.
Why do I get the feeling this is going to be the one time when we get the most information?
This is a
I mean,
great way to get information. This is also the reason that you have so many like non-combat-y skills, so that you can
Yeah.
better socialize. This is, in fact, a really good way to use your sports skills.
Skills?
Sports skills.
in the red light district.
Well,
anyway.
not necessarily in this one. And I mean, yeah, red light district is totally a sport.
Oh yeah,
I
it is
mean,
actually.
you know, you do it right.
Athletics, acrobatics.
Strength check, maybe.
Stamina,
Dexterity a little bit.
Constitution.
Deception, persuasion,
You said
performance.
deception. Definitely big on performance.
Arcana.
Arcana.
We'll roll a nat. We'll roll a nat 20 on that.
So yeah, there's the brothel. There's taverns. There's theaters. Theaters are kind of over here.
Any type of like, since you mentioned it, any type of like parks, or are we?
This isn't really the parky area.
Of course. I mean, I could just be like an actual skater and just skate everywhere.
If you had skates.
No, skateboarding.
Right, but do you have a skateboard?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's a skateboard or a hoverboard. I'm not sure which one
You
it
don't
is.
have a hoverboard per se. And you did find the surfboard.
Can't.
Surfboard's back at the
Why
guild
don't I?
hall.
Why don't I know any water spells?
Because water's not really your thing.
Dang it! I know fire is.
At least until, yeah, like if you manage to get actual water elementals. You have been seeing elementals around. They're almost like pets here.
Okay.
Like maybe one person in 20 will have some elemental around. You occasionally see them performing like small tasks.
About roughly how long has it been now?
Since you've been here?
Yeah.
You got here around noonish, so it's been a couple hours.
Okay. Well, seeing that the group is currently debating what the hell to do since we don't really have much to do right now, Monty's just gonna sort of let a sigh. Well, I'm gonna go wait for Mr. Man with the chain to come back so I can see about getting that whale. But while I'm waiting, I'm going to go indulge in some drink. If any of you want to come along, feel free. But I'm not one for standing around this long. And Monty will start down towards the taverns.
I'll follow him.
Sure, I will follow him.
I follow Flip.
We're gonna get Ujo some food while we're at the bar.
Yeah, there's
So she'll stop.
tavern.
So he'll stop eating trash off the street, hopefully.
Yeah, there's like the tavern food, and then
In the middle of a pandemic.
right
Yeah,
past
the tastiest trash.
the tavern food
Mm.
is like the fancy food land, in between the theater district and in between the theater district and the tavern. Kind of north of the red light district is more of the sketchy areas.
Okay.
Of course.
What do you mean, like the slums or?
Yeah, like it's the somewhat more residential. Not necessarily. Okay, Estrella is a dragon now.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, what is that?
Rar.
Rar.
So it's a ruse. She's the black dragon.
The whole
Yeah,
time
it was all a lie.
always has been. Yeah, so like the northern bits are more of like the slums, a lot of homelessness,
Likely to get mugged.
pretty likely to get mugged. Uh, you don't
But the
necessarily
places,
want to go there if you don't have to, kind of deal.
but if you know exactly what to do, it's probably one of the best places to get information.
It absolutely is.
But you
Basically,
have to
this
know what.
this back section is where a lot of the like legit illegal stuff is happening.
Hmm. That makes
Yeah. While we go, I want to very quietly explain to Ujo why eating rats in this particular town might not be a good idea.
right.
If you find a dead rat on the street, let's not pick it up
He probably has a
Joe
good
kind of
and
opinion.
eat
has
it.
airplane ears.
All right,
So, yeah, just quietly explaining it.
Mani is already at the
But yeah.
tavern.
Yeah, otherwise following mommy.
Already in the actual tavern part of the tavern district.
Yeah.
And
Uh,
Ujo's
yes,
following Flit, of course.
Sprocket is on my shoulder at
all
this
right, so
point.
Mani, since you went ahead a little bit, you do run into something interesting.
Oh.
Very interesting. A creature you've never seen before. Could be some sort of lizard, but they don't have scales. They have kind of like a smooth hide that looks like really soft, not like leathery, just soft. They're kind of silvery. Um, could be like a fairly tall shaved rabbit. Very
What?
lanky. Definitely has pointy ears, like kind of dog ears. You've like never seen one of these before. Um, and he's just sitting outside the tavern. He sees you, and at first you can't understand him, but then after a few sentences, he starts speaking actually very perfect wolf.
All right.
He says, "Would you like to play a game?"
Monty cocks his head to the side, one ear down. What kind of game?
He kind of turns around and then steps aside, and you see a table set up, and it has little figurines on it, and I'm pretty sure you haven't seen this before.
Monty will walk up.
The rules
What's
are
the
quite simple.
go on?
Well, would you like to play or not?
Sure, I'll play.
Excellent. So let's make this interesting. Would you like a wager? Give me one of your memories. If I win, I take one of your most precious memories.
Monty scratches his head. I don't think you'll enjoy those too much. I don't have many, but that's what you want.
The ones that give you nightmares are the best.
All right.
All right, and what did you offer if I win?
What do you think is a fair trade?
Well, if you want one of my memories, perhaps as of equal value would be you teach me a skill.
Ah, that seems more than reasonable. If you beat me in this game, I will teach you one skill of your choice.
Right, you have a deal.
All right. This is going to be very rough for you.
Oh, I'm sure. I fully expect this to go horribly for me.
Yeah. So, you don't have the requisite game skill. So you're just making a flat intelligence check.
Awesome.
he is making an intelligence check with a big ass bonus.
Is there any way I can assist without breaking the rules of the game?
You actually aren't there yet,
Oh,
which is weird
Okay.
because Manny hasn't. He's not too far ahead of you. Oh God, he's going to destroy you.
All I've got is sleight of hand. I don't think there's anything I can do.
And you are with him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You notice while you're looking around that everything is moving very slowly. Like things move slowly to you anyway. This is like double slow.
Like how
Ooh.
human is to a fly.
Yeah,
For
this
slow
is like
motion.
agonizingly slow. All right. So, give me a straight intelligence check.
All right, boss. You ready for them big numbers?
This is going to be a giant number. Not
That's
bad.
actually like not god awful for me.
He appears to be taking the lead. We're gonna roll another one. Estrella, is there anything you want to do to try to interfere? If you want to, you don't know what'll happen if you get caught, but you certainly have an option.
All I had is sleight of hand. It could potentially make the lights go out, but where it's like not an actual. Is it like
Right.
a game of cards?
It's basically moving figures around a board, and each figure has some set rules to it. The stranger briefly like explains the rules, like how the different pieces move, and Manny's like this, and actually manages to get it right.
Okay,
He
but everything's
hasn't actually made
moving
like any.
really slow.
Yeah,
So
Manny.
out of game, is this similar to like chess?
Yeah, it's chess.
Oh, it's literally okay.
So
Literally
let's
chess.
see.
You've just never seen it before.
I'm very tiny. I move very fast,
Uh-huh.
and when I don't move, I basically become invisible.
Right, and as far as you can tell, the stranger hasn't seen you yet.
See if I can help him out. Do I want to just go for straight up moving pieces, or do I want to like do an illusion?
That's up to you.
But if 6 to 1 half a dozen the other. Whoa, this sleight of hand! Oh, that was a good roll.
Nice sleight of hand.
Wow.
You managed to like sneak around and get one of his pieces, and he appears to not notice. You kind of slide one of his pieces somewhere that you think is disadvantageous, but you actually have no idea.
I'm helping! Yay!
All right, time for another round. He is up by a few points, but not insurmountable.
Yeah, let's see about that. There it is.
Not in that one. It's not in that one.
Not a net
Nice.
one.
It's a good fail.
You know what the worst part is? I think he almost rolled a nat one.
We got the same roll, but the modifier is massively different.
Yeah, he has a +8 bonus. All right. He basically like. Turns out she moved his power piece, like he moved his queen right up to destroy you, and you get smoked. And he says, "All right, now tell me this strong and precious memory."
All right. Molly will go on to explain the story of. Let's see. I think actually that's a second. Yeah. Okay. He'll go on to explain like all the stories that his elders would tell
Okay.
about their ancient artifacts, and he'll point out that he never really cared for those in general, and he thinks that putting so much faith in things that no one knows nothing about is ridiculous. But he always admired the like passion and just like overall devotion and faith to something that they held dear, and that despite that he thought it was foolish, that he really admired that his family could take such pride in something when they had so little.
All right. So he removes your memory of your family's heirloom.
All right.
So now you have no idea what it used to be.
Okay.
And then he turns around and everything speeds back up to normal time. And he kind of vanishes.
Interesting.
It's a cool character.
It was one of the random
Money-
generated ones. I'm like, this is a cool one.
Monty will blink a couple times. Is the chessboard still there?
Nope.
All right. Yeah, he'll just blink a few times.
Yeah, you're just like, I haven't even been drunk yet.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I haven't even started drinking yet. Oh. All right. Where
Right.
was I?
Now everybody else basically catches up to him pretty quick as right after this happened. Mason just kind of keeps walking past y'all. Is there any particular tavern you want to go to? The Griffin Pottery seems to be like the busiest.
Sure, I'll go for that one.
All right.
I'm just walking, following the group right now.
Actually, hold on. That's not there at all. This is what I get for only reading half of a given thing. It is
Half pref, half innovation.
Yep. I just made the assumption that this was a tavern. It is not a tavern. Whoa, 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 whoa. Put the rest of the world back. Yeah, it is over here. Alright. Anyway, you guys enter a random tavern. Mason kind of walks on ahead.
I let you guys know I'm going to get fancy food. I'm at least going to look into fancy.
Get some real
Okay.
grub.
Yeah, basically, just to see what they got. I'll catch up with you guys in a little bit later.
Okay.
While you guys are in the tavern, you notice things are afoot. Nothing particularly interesting in the tavern. There's like 10 people, a mix of canines, felines, one or two lizard folk. They're uncommon, but not unheard of. Few birds. The bartender. What can I get you?
Monty will lean down a bit so that he's more on the counter.
Mm-hmm.
What would be your suggestion for a drink? What's your favorite that you have here?
We got some dog wine made from apples. That's pretty good. I got some of the bird stuff. Their stuff's
I was
strong
gonna
as
ask
hell.
if it was from dogs.
He goes, we got cat piss.
So that's your beer.
Yeah, it's a cheap beer.
Monty will how much for some of those strong bird beverages you mentioned?
2 silver.
Monty will put 2 gold down,
Mhm.
slide them forward. I'll take 5 of those, and you can keep a gold as a tip for Keep them coming.
He looks down, looks at you, looks at the thing, looks kind of more toward the top shelf, and gets like a biggish, a medium-sized bottle, not huge, but would have about 5 drinks worth in it, and just kind of slides it over to you.
Monty will catch it, give the tavern keep a nod, and then he'll look around. Is there any area in here that's away from people? Because he knows how he gets when he drinks, and he would like to try and avoid.
Yeah. It's not terribly crowded. People are like spaced out a little bit, but you can kind of pick a corner, and you're not going to be too crowded.
I will head towards corner.
There is a kind of a bird bard about to take the stage, getting ready to play music.
Lovely.
All right, Mason. As you go to the other district, give me a perception check.
Perception. You said perception?
Yep. All right. You get kind of startled as you hear a voice from behind you. Hey, buddy. Ka!
Yeah.
Hey, buddy. You want to try something?
If it's chess, don't do it.
All right.
Somewhat.
Something. First one's free, man. He's like
Never mind, do it.
He's like scratching his arm a little bit.
Scratching his arm?
Yeah.
Remember, kids, don't say no to drugs. Drugs are expensive.
How does he look? Like,
he looks like an Avon. He's speaking to you in Avon, but his feathers are just kind of a mess. He's one of the kind that you have the shoulder wings. He has arm wings.
oh,
So he's kind of like your cousin.
just because of that, I just want to hug him, but I don't.
Yeah. His eyes are a little shifting around. First one's free, man. After that, I'll tell you where to find me.
All right, I'm gonna try to persuade him.
All right, what are you gonna persuade him?
Well, I was. No, there's no.
You were.
With a 4.
Yeah, exactly. I am. I'm going to try. I look at him and I take his whole like demeanor in, and I get within like intimate speaking distance, not too close to him, but I'm like, look, like you're way better. Look at you. Look at your feathers. You're all out of whack. Look.
He starts like picking his beak.
Yeah. Look at you. Look. This is. You have forgotten the face of your father. That is.
Reroll your persuasion. He kind of like looks at you and gives you like a disgusted look and turns around and starts walking away. You think that might have actually got to him?
It was you have forgotten the faces of your fathers.
Yeah, I was like, that's actually a pretty good one.
Thank you, Dean Koontz.
Yep. All right, you find your way to a kind of fancy restaurant. Seems like a upper class place. Food is going to cost probably a few gold for a dinner, 2 or 3. Which is a lot, but not like.
Like, what does the establishment look like? Like, what are the people that are walking in now? What are they dressed up as?
More well dressed. There's again a lot of cats, a lot of dogs. Most people here are pretty decently dressed. Not necessarily nobility, but getting up there.
Are there any bird folk?
Um, yeah, you see like a bird folk. He's kind of like a doorman.
Do I see any of the bird folk that are well off, like the cats and the dogs are?
You do see like a small little flock eating over here. There's like 6 of them. They definitely are dressed a lot better than you are.
Of course. I approach the flock.
Alright, you head to the flock. Back at the tavern, Manny has 5 drinks. You got some relatively clean cups to pour it out in. The bartender just kind of pointed to a small rack of cups, giving you like a serve yourself kind of look.
All right. Mommy will do so, realizing that it's one of these types. He'll just grab a cup and go over to the corner with the bottle.
Not the bottle.
The whole bottle. All right, what do you got? What's everybody else doing?
I asked Ujo what he'd like to eat.
Curry fries.
All right, and
I got it.
I go ahead and order that for Ujo, and if you got any fruit, I'd like some from that for myself.
They have some, like, a fair amount of apples.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll take some of that.
They're like a day old, but they're not like rotten. They're just not fresh.
Okay, that's fine.
That'll be about 2 silver for both of that.
All right.
Joe has a bit of money too, so he puts out his money.
I've got it. It's fine. I don't know
Hey,
how to change it in my
he has
system there.
He has thumbs now. Let him
Finally
use
have thumbs, so you don't have to reach into my backpack anymore for me.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you insist.
It's like the whole, going to a bar to get carded for the first time. He's been waiting his whole life for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can finally hand money out myself.
Okay.
So I got it this time.
Yeah, you have kind
Cool.
of like a side pouch. You can like hop up a little bit and balance and kind of reach in and pull stuff out now. You're very proud of that. Took you like a couple years to figure that trick out. And
Yeah.
You pay for Ujo and Flit's dinner. And I would imagine
Very
that
cool. Good job.
Straya is hanging out with Mani.
Correct.
All right.
So, as a note, Monty grabbed like a very tiny glass.
Like a shot glass?
He grabs like a shot glass. He fills that and he like picks it up with 2 fingers, hands it to Estrella, takes the bottle, dinks it to that little glass, and then just slams the rest of the bottle.
Nice. Make a con save.
This is the one time I wish you don't make.
Your first couple of glugs are doing pretty good. You're basically drinking about 4 worth. So give me another one.
Okay.
Okay, now I want you to make it.
Basically, they're going to get the second wave gets you a little tipsy, but the third one, give me one more. You are like 2 stages of drunk. You're kind of buzzed. You're not like trashed, but you're definitely feeling it.
Okay. Sounds great.
Yeah, like you're
Estrella's gonna.
Estrella, you get
Go ahead.
from like being around him, If he gets too much more in him, that's when things start becoming a problem.
Got it.
Currently,
Asturia's
it's
gonna
fine,
take
but-
her her little glass in her hands, both hands, and she'll smell it a little hesitantly. What does this particular liquor smell like?
It's almost like a cinnamon apple cider.
Ooh.
So how big is a shot glass to her? Is that like the size of her torso?
Yeah, just
Probably-
Picking it up with both hands.
it's like a giant stein.
Nice.
Like it's definitely about the size of her head.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
it is way more alcohol than she should consume. It's probably about half her body weight in alcohol.
All right, little
I'm
miss.
not taking the whole shot, Callan. I'll die.
You don't know that little Miss Sprite of Chaos.
It's proportionally about as much as you drink.
Yeah.
She'll take a hesitant sip, and upon drinking it, she'll
Yeah.
taste the liquor, and it'll be pretty pleasant. And then she'll take a bigger swig.
All right. Give me 2 con saves. Oh, you are.
already doing great.
Yeah. No, the second one was fine. The first one hits you like really hard, and then the second one you kind of got used to it and processed it, and it doesn't get you that bad. The third swig gets you about as drunk as Mani is right now,
Woo!
and that was about half of the container. All right, back to Mason. What's Mason up to? Mason's dead. Sweet. Everyone's dead. What's going on? Oh, there we go.
Ujo said her player said that his player that said that they had to go
Yep, no problem. So Ujo is basically going to be
eating
for a little while.
That's specifically what they told me.
Yep. And actually, if we want to, it is about 3 hours in, so we can leave it at the tavern for now and then come back next week.
Yeah, since we lost everybody, I guess it's a good idea.
Right. This is a very reasonable place to stop where we're at, because, well, Mani and Estrella are quite drunk. Mason just got kidnapped. And he's about to get sold into the slave trade. And
Fun.
And Ujo is eating himself stupid. So sounds
As much
like
as he can get.
Rip Mason.
Right. Sounds like a good place to stop for the night. At least it's a reasonable place. We'll go over some of the events.
Wait, what did I miss? I just had to grab water for my cat.
So
We're gonna call it.
Yeah, we're
What are we
gonna
calling it?
call it here. We may end up starting a little earlier next week if we can, but this is like a good enough spot where we can take a break without everyone being in the middle of something important. And then we can kind of pick up with a recap of everybody's night, and then work on the next day.
Sounds great.
Day 2 of whatever this investigation turns out to be.
Cool.
All right. So I will see y'all next week, and here goes the stream. Bye-bye, stream.
Bye, guys.
Have a good night, y'all.
Hold up before you shut off the
Later.
stream.
Okay, what's up?
There you go.
There we go.
Oh, you actually did it.
Yeah. Do 10 push-ups. Or sit-ups.
All right. Later, everybody. See y'all.
Bye.
Later.